How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the Holy Scriptures, as some people say. What it should be termed, that book should be termed the book of the Hebraic people. Is the Bible for everyone? The Roman Catholic Church would tell you yes, it is. And many other preachers that make money off of your attendance and faith will tell you yes, it is. But the fact is that if one studies the Bible and history alongside each other, first and foremost, you'll find out that primarily the history of the sons of Abraham is somewhat noted in that book, but in order to get a full understanding of the rest of it, the rest of the history, you have to read other biblical sources that were not canonized, other texts that were not canonized, that should have been canonized, but they weren't canonized because the Roman Catholic Church, and as well as King James and all their wisdom, they decided to make a state religion. Constantine made a state religion, and he created Christianity, and basically took what the Hebraic people, there's more Hebraic people than just the Jews. Okay, when it comes to history, the northern tribes consisted of 10 the 10 sons of Jacob that lived to the north of the sons of Judah, as well as the sons of Benjamin. And so the Bible is really about them. It's about the descendants of Jacob and what they did and why they are no longer united, and why, and the history and the prophecies and all that jazz. Needless to say, the Roman Catholic Church took this faith of the Hebrews that Constantine saw this big vision on the battlefield, and he decided, he said, "Oh, this must be a sign that the Hebrew God is with us, and I'm gonna do this, thus, and the other." And so he created Christianity, and then through the wealth of the Roman Empire and their influence, and the countless priests and monks that gave their life for an idea that they thought was the truth. And then you have Martin Luther and all his wisdom. He read some of the Bible, and he automatically got certain ideas, and he created his own church, the Lutherans. And then you have the Anglicans, that was created by by those, I believe it was the Empire of England that created the Anglican Church. And then you have Joseph Smith, the Mormon, that created his own version of Christianity. But all of those men. Oh, and then I forgot Charlemagne. He force converted the Germanic people, the Saxons, the Angles, and the Jutes, and the rest of them, the Franks. He force converted everyone by the sword, and he's no different than Muhammad himself. So, yeah. So the question is, is the Bible for everyone? The truth is, it's not. The Bible wasn't intended to be a global book uh, to control and manipulate and to keep everyone believing in Jesus as a God, as a man God, upon the face of the earth. It just wasn't. The original creators of the Bible were Hebraic. They were Hebrew. They lived in their own culture that was developed by Abraham, by Jacob, and by Isaac. Okay, and then eventually the northern tribes just left. You know, the northern and the southern kingdom. At first, there was one kingdom, United Israel, right? United Israel, right? Not this state of Israel that we have now, that is primarily full of some sons of Judah. You know, probably many. You know, I haven't done their DNA test, but you have some sons of Judah and probably some sons of Benjamin that are still there today. But then you have a lot of others that are just wannabe Jews, you know, that hold on to the Jewish traditions that were developed after Jacob perished and all these things. So, but don't get me wrong, they do keep hold of their Sabbath, but in reality, it's not the proper Sabbath, because the Sabbath was a lunar Sabbath. You can look it up in the Jewish dictionaries, encyclopedias, and it'll say that it was a lunar Sabbath. Their beliefs were connected to the earth. You know, everything was connected to the earth back in them days. And so now they've bastardized the Hebraic ways, and now everybody and their mama is a Christian just because it's cool, or just because they just want to have faith, just because they want to be spiritually fulfilled, and have a purpose. And the sad thing is that you have missionaries and many apostles that gave their life for something that they truly didn't understand, that they truly didn't know, and it's sad. It's truly sad that you have churches all over the United States and all over the world, and people are not asking the right questions. People are just blindly sitting behind a pew just because it's cool, just because they can meet people. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But if you want to know the truth, you got to know the truth. You know what I mean? If you're going to study a book and you're going to believe in heaven and you're going to believe in Jesus Christ turn water into vintage wine in one day, and how he multiplied the fish and the bread and all that stuff, and how he walked on water, which is, you know, anyway, if you're going to believe all that stuff, why not study it? You know, Jesus was a Jew. He wasn't a Christian. He was a Christian. He was a Christian to everybody, right? Everybody in the world right now thinks, oh yeah, Jesus Christ, Yahushua, he's a, you know, that's his proper, those two are his proper names. But anyway, his name wasn't Jesus. The word Jesus was developed by the Roman Catholic Church. Thanks to Emperor Constantine, which he was a freaking genius. You know, and he used his influence and power well, but he died as a pagan. You know, he died as a believer in the sun god, you know, which, you know, to each their own. But so is the Bible for everyone? The answer is really no, because unless you know for a fact that you're of the northern tribes, or know for a fact that you're of Benjamin and of Jacob, and of the sons of Jacob, then the Bible really isn't for you. You know what I mean? Another thing, you know, the Bible itself was created was written. The first 5 books of the Bible, the Tanakh or the Pentateuch, right? And, as they say in the Christian schools, Christian universities, those books were written by Moses himself, right? And then Moses himself doesn't even have a man-made burial, right? Because in his text that he wrote, it says that, well, maybe somebody else completed, one of his homeboys, like his brother or something. I really don't remember who died first, but if Aaron or Moses died, but anyway, it says that God was the one that buried him. God was the one that buried him. I was a super Jew and I say a super wannabe Jew. I could be genetically descended from the tribes of the Northern Kingdom, but I don't know that. I don't know that for a fact. But anyway, I was a super Jew for 7 years, and I thought I had a covenant with this God of the Hebrews, but in reality I didn't. Okay, it legally it wouldn't even hold up in court. Well, it might, but legally, technically, it wouldn't, because I thought I had a covenant. It was a one-sided covenant. I thought I had a agreement with this God, and so I'll make a video about that later. But is the Bible for everyone? Really, it isn't. Okay, it isn't. Okay, so unless you're genetically related to the tribes of Israel, the Bible isn't for you. And and to think that we need to go spread the word and all that stuff, and then the end is going to come after you spread the word, and all these prophecies that many say we're in the end times and all that shit. It's really shit, because I'll make another video on that later. But anyway, is the Bible for everyone? Okay. If it was for everyone, I'm just going to leave you with this, and then I'll shut up, and then I'll be quiet, then I'll be silent for a little while. If the Bible was for everyone, then it would have said so, and Jesus would have said so. Jesus said, I didn't come to save the whole world. Jesus said, I came for the lost tribes of Israel. He said that. It's in one of the verses. I'm not going to, it's in there. Read it. Look it up. Google it. And so Jesus really didn't care about the whole world. Okay? He had his own agenda, and he did what he did, or he didn't do what they claim he did, and there's no way of really proving it. There's no way of knowing for sure. So I know many, and then you start asking all these questions and you start researching it, and people just say, the holy rabbis or whatever, or wannabe holy rabbis, and the priests, they're just going to say, oh, you just lack faith. You need to have faith, brother. You need to have faith, brother. It's not about faith, because, when they tell you that, they're telling you, hey, blindly throw away your questions and your doubts, and just believe. So it's a load of crap. But anyway, personally, if you feel like the Bible's for you, then have at it, man. But don't be trying to shove it down my throat. Don't be trying to speak to me about what you think, Jesus is going to do for you. He's dead someplace in Judea somewhere. Or maybe he's in the catacombs of the Vatican City, for safekeeping, so nobody will find him because he's in heaven. A load of crap. But anyway, all right, is the Bible for everyone? Yeah. And the correct answer is, yeah, if you want to. Right? If you feel like this has been educational and you want to if you want to tithe your 10% to a guy that's telling you the truth, then let me know and I'll figure some way to make that happen. Anyway, until then, toodaloo, and study to show yourself truly approved, right? Right on.